Welcome to Karaoke Wine with Jules and Tessa.
Welcome.
Karaoke Wine.
Yes.
First,
Briosa.
Thank you for sponsoring this episode.
Thank you. Must be 21 or older to participate.
Yeah.
Oh, you went full glass there.
I wasn't really paying attention.
Oh, okay, that's okay.
Cheers. Oh, the bubbly went up my nose.
Oof. So we did something.
Yes, I'm so excited. That's why I look like this.
I know. We're a little sporty today. Why are we sporty, Jules?
So last Saturday, we went to LIV Golf.
Second year
in a row.
Yeah.
But this year we have this podcast. So we thought it would be a great idea to walk around and ask people about the topics that we did throughout the last 10 episodes.
Yes, exactly. And we interviewed.
She actually did a really good, not that I'm saying she actually did because I was expecting her to be bad, but you did a great job.
I felt like really at home in that moment. I feel like I missed my calling to be a journalist.
I know. You could have been on like the morning show.
Now we're just going to be.
Now we have our own show.
Yeah. Now we're better at. I couldn't. I don't take direction well from, bosses.
No, but it was a lot of fun. It was hot, a good 85 in Miami.
It was a beautiful day.
It was great.
Yeah.
It was at the Trump Doral.
Also, people don't realize this, and we're obviously going to get into the clips here in a second.
Yeah.
We walked 22,000 steps. And the only reason I want to say this is because by the time that Jules and I got back to the car, we were 85-year-old women, like holding our backs, and getting and we were laughing hysterically because obviously we were in sneakers. And when we go out, as we've mentioned before, we wear 6-inch stilettos, and we are not dancing. We are dancing.
Yes.
The entire evening. And we were more sore.
I was dying.
We were like, my neck.
Oh, I've never felt my age.
Yeah.
Probably I felt older than my age, to be
Same.
very honest with you.
God.
And then I didn't realize the sun was so brutal.
Oh, cutest tan line ever.
I had this like weird tank top tan. I was so bad. I was like, okay, I'm going on the boat this Sunday. I'm fixing that.
I was like, I can't be seen with you in public.
This is why I picked my clothing very wisely.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Yes. So we have this first clip.
Yeah.
First interview that she did was with 3 guys.
Yes. Which really kicked us off to feel really good about talking to other people.
Yeah. And to give it to perspective, they were in their late 20s.
Yes. Late 20s. Great part about it is we were at the bar, so they were feeling like they really wanted to chat about it. And we just dove into the most controversial topic, I feel.
I love this topic.
Yeah, that we may have. It's actually number 1 on our YouTube channel, but does body count matter?
All right, check it out.
So, first question, guys. Does body count matter?
For a woman or a guy?
For women. Or
I
a
like
guy.
to think so.
You like to think so?
Yeah, women's past matter
Really?
the same way that a man's future matters.
Oh.
Do you agree?
What's the difference with the future and the past, though? Doesn't the past create the future because it makes you who you are?
I agree.
Yeah.
But
So it doesn't matter.
if you know that a man is going to succeed in life, he's
Yeah.
working hard, blah, 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 that's his future.
Yeah.
And women, you kind of tend to think of them as like, what they've done in the past, they're going to might do in the future.
Okay.
So,
But what about
yeah,
a man doing something bad in the past? Aren't they going to do it in the future as well?
Probably.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe so. But
Yeah.
like I said, if you're on the right track to succeed and stuff like that,
Yeah.
I feel like once a man gets up there
Yeah.
and it's
What-
called a desirability,
Yeah. Okay.
becomes a little different.
It becomes different. Okay, but what if a woman gets to that success first?
Then you get to
Okay.
pick as big as you want.
I love it.
But
okay.
what do you say for the continue?
Okay, yeah, that's it. All right, what about you? Does
more like-
body count matter?
Yes.
In what capacity?
I guess it's situational and individual. Like,
Yeah.
So if one person doesn't care, then they don't care. Let them have it.
Yeah.
But for me, yeah, a good girl to lay down with and live your life, build a family.
Yes.
That I would need someone to calm down and someone that doesn't go crazy like that for, I think.
Okay.
But if you want to have fun, I mean, go for it, right?
Yes. Right?
That's a
YOLO a little bit. Okay.
The body
All right,
the body
Danielle.
count question is a trick. Don't ask questions to something you don't want the answer to.
See? I love this. Thank you for responding. All right, you guys. Thank you so much.
Cheers.
You're amazing.
So I have many things that I would like to say. Obviously, I was doing the interview. I have thoughts, but I want to hear your thoughts first since you were on the other side of the camera.
Yeah. So one perspective, they're in their young or late 20s.
Right.
We are in our mid to late 30s.
Yes.
So a whole like 10 years between us, a lot of life between us.
Yes.
I found it interesting that they equate body count or sexuality or like being a sexual person to cheating. It made it sound like they were like, well, if you have a high body count, you're going to do it in the future, which I didn't really understand.
I didn't understand that piece either. And this was obviously with the first gentleman. And by the way, all three of them are great. Thank you,
Nico.
again. Thank you, Nico. Thank you, Daniel. Thank you, Kevin.
Yes.
We really appreciate you
Yeah.
guys. I think what actually stood out more to me was, yes, the cheating aspect, but also the success aspect. You know, I think that he was saying when you're allowed to explore more of your sexuality, but when you get on a path of like, now I'm ready to settle down and you're focused on the success, he was saying, and we'll have to like maybe even follow up with him, but he was saying he doesn't want the girl with the past if he's really focused on his future, even though there are plenty of women now that make a shit ton of money and still have lived their lives, right? And I don't think that that is connected to what you did.
I agree with you. I don't think that there's a correlation between having a good time and having a really healthy sexual lifestyle or not. I don't think that it means that you're not successful and you're not doing what you're like all you're doing is having sex.
Yeah.
I mean, unless you're a porn star, I don't know. But like
because by the way, these are Miami-based people. And we ended up talking to them a little bit afterward as well.
yeah.
And they did mention the Miami girl that we've talked about a couple of times who
And OnlyFans.
And OnlyFans, remember?
Yeah.
So I think that maybe it was such a short piece of the conversation, right?
Yeah.
I think really where they're going with that is the aspect of putting everything out there. And we're just not those people, obviously. No shame to anyone who does it. Like, get that dough, girl. I support. And I just found it extremely interesting how he wanted to view when you're settling into that more traditional values, which we talked about on our last episode, that they would like some type of like Virgin Mary.
I mean, but that's
human,
but that's what they prefer, and they're allowed to prefer that. I just
are in the wrong city. In the wrong. Go to fucking Idaho. Go to
no
Ohio.
those. Oh, I'm not gonna like call out Ohio girls because I know a few, and I love them dearly. I think.
Well, I guess Idaho is like Idaho.
No,
So maybe
Idaho.
Idaho.
No, I think that people in college, you have fun. I don't know. I had fun. That's not. I didn't sleep around, guys. I was with a guy for 13 years, but I do know what we did in college, and it wasn't sitting around playing Uno. It might have been naked Uno.
Draw 4, take 4.
Yeah. Ooh, that's a good game.
You say that. I mean, with people.
Oh my God.
So I also want to talk about what Daniel said because
I loved his answer. He was so funny.
He was great. And his immediate reaction to don't ask questions you don't want the answers to.
Yeah.
And I think that circle back to originally what Nico was saying, like the past, right? People go through so much in their past. You never know what made this perfect human being that you run into later on.
Yeah. I also think we also say the sum of all our parts, right? I don't live in regret ever. I do learn from them, but you have to focus on the person that's right in front of you at that moment, because people do evolve. People get like go through journeys and, you know, therapy and spirituality and everything. I don't think your past should define you at all. So
you learn and you grow.
yeah, no judgment.
It's carpe diem, bitches.
I know, no judgment here.
You can't get to a place of knowledge or experience without experiencing trials and tribulations.
Yeah, I mean,
Do it.
what's a life if you haven't lived it?
Right.
So,
All right.
that was the 3 guys.
Yeah.
We really appreciate it. We actually ran into them a couple of times.
We did. We hung out with them quite a bit.
Yeah, they were fun.
Amazing.
They were a good time.
So moving on.
We have
our-
Hallie.
Yeah,
Haley.
Haley, we love you.
Yes,
We
she
love
was
you.
so cute and sweet.
Ugh, seriously.
So this clip, we are talking about toxicity. Yes.
One of our other favorite topics.
All right, check it out.
It's Haley. Hi. So, Haley, we do a dating podcast. And our question for you is, what is the most toxic thing you have ever done to somebody or that's been done to you?
Okay. The most toxic thing I have ever done to someone, they didn't know they had their location still.
Yeah.
You know, love these ones. Like, we broke up like 4 years ago. He's from London. And I was in London like 4 years back. I'm like, hey, like, let's reconnect. You know, he's like, it's not a great idea. I'm like, perfect. Just silent. Don't like London, like a random neighborhood. Pass. See him come out. With another girl. I didn't say anything.
You should have. And you live in Miami, right?
I've been here for like 2.5 years.
Okay. What do you use dating apps or how do you meet people?
So I'm very active. Like I play soccer.
I love it.
Play tennis. And I go to like the club, sometimes things.
Oh, space.
And that's no intimate. Sometimes I'm dancing with a guy, but they're loved one.
Ooh.
And their own open relationships, I found. So I'm moving to Fort Lauderdale to find more.
That's where I
Because they're
live.
not toxic like the Miami guys are.
Yeah.
But like Boca Raton guys, Florida, you know, West Palm guys that don't know me. They're really good.
Awesome. I love it. Anything else that you'd like to tell our listeners? Or your future husband, maybe?
Future husband, looking for you still. I'm successful, educated, beautiful, well traveled, an athlete.
Haley.
I love Haley.
I love Haley. Haley, we freaking love you.
We're gonna invite you to pickleball.
Yeah, we're gonna play pickleball. We just not realized, but you are a tennis player. I did tennis for like a hot second too, and I love it.
I did it for a season and I got kicked off. Not my sport,
Right.
but I love pickleball.
yes, pickleball. We're coming for you.
I'm very competitive. So, Haley and you talked about toxicity.
Yes.
And
Go ahead.
she stalked her ex-boyfriend. Well, yeah, stalked through location devices.
Countries.
I think she was like, well, I'm in London. You're in London. Let me just see where you're at because I still have your location.
You know what?
This is why I don't give anybody my location. She has it because I sometimes need, you know.
Every single one of my friends have my location because Irish Exit was created for me.
No.
I think what's interesting is she didn't go up to him. Like, if I went,
You did all that work.
yeah, I wouldn't honestly be like, what
What are you doing here?
wait,
It's meant to be.
my God, what synchronicity.
Yeah.
I loved her for letting us know about that story, though, because I think one time or another, we all have the friend who's an FBI agent. Yes. And also you'll be like, first name, saw him on the corner of blank and blank, and all of a sudden we have his social. So, like, it happens. And I think more girls do that more than often. Me and my girlfriend, actually, in our early 20s, we used to do drive-bys all the time. This was before locations.
In like San Diego?
In San Diego.
Oh.
We used to, you know that shot in Bridesmaids when she's trying to get the cop's attention and she puts her seat all the way back and drives by the house?
Yes.
We did that. Okay, we were in a black bug. Okay. They knew it was us.
Bleach blonde hair.
We parked outside their house one time, and
Did the cops know who you were?
I mean, like, they knew.
There
who
goes
I
that
was.
Tessa again.
They knew who I was twice when we lived together. So
I've never stalked anyone like that way. I have, like, if I wanted to see what they were doing, like, I would stalk social media-ish. Like, it's never been cray-cray. But I was dating a guy in high school, and he lived in a different county than us because we lived in, farm country. So everything was like counties. And I was on the brink of not dating. I didn't want to date him anymore. So back in the day, I was, immature, and I just not answer the phone and wall out. And he texted me or called me, I don't remember, that he was coming down, which was like a 45-minute drive. And my friends were at my house, and I was like, we have to leave before he gets here.
how did you know he was on his way though?
He texted me that he was coming, and I was like, well, I'm not going to be here when you show up. I didn't text him that. I was like, I text my girlfriend, Stephanie. I got in the trunk of her car. And as we were driving outside the road, she was like, oh, what does he drive? And I told her, and she's like, we're literally driving by his car right now. And I was in the trunk, and I was like, my poor mom's gonna get this boyfriend going where's our daughter? The shit I did when I was younger. But listen, hey, didn't want to see you.
Yeah.
That's it.
That's so unfair. I've never been loved enough to be stalked.
I wouldn't call it love. I'm like,
Goes out to all of my past people in my life.
do better.
Yeah. I want to get in the back of in a truck to get away from you.
Yeah, no, it was a thing.
To be fair, I always forget where my phone is. I could be somebody's emergency contact, but you have to find me first.
Yeah, no, it was, I'm putting myself in that moment as we speak. I'm that high school girl, and I was just like, go, 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 go.
So creepy, right? And Haley also said, what else did she say that?
Oh, she mentioned the open relationship thing in Miami.
So I just want to do a whole episode on this, and we'll touch on it lightly. There is this, you meet somebody out, you have a really good time, maybe you make out a little bit, and then you see them again, and this is the sentence they use. It's complicated in my relationship.
Girl, guy.
It's what that means. Married.
I think that guy that I met at Casamigos, we had a really good time when we met. No, different guy.
Different. Yeah.
But Casamigos, because he was we had a really good time, and then he wouldn't take me on a date, but he would write me text messages or DM me. I was like, he's acting like he has a girlfriend and just doesn't have the time, which that's not my problem. You could have just been fucking honest.
You know what's interesting is we never even gave him a nickname. He was just the guy who saw the video of oh, I met a cute girl last night. We're talking about,
but he did not.
You dumbass.
Just FYI, he did not act like he was single. He even said he was like, I love my freedom and I love this, but then you act like you don't have any freedom.
We do this too. Just FYI, listen, we're not hating on the men here.
No, we're just talking about our experience.
There are definite women who go out in the open relationship capacity, or it's a complicated situation. I've known plenty of women who do this.
But the good question to always ask is and you do this. If someone found out that you were here with me, would they be upset or pissed off or whatever? And if it's a no, then that's great. But I even saw a meme on Instagram that was nowadays dating in 2025, it's are you single? How single? You have a girlfriend, you have a mistress, you have a side chick, you have this. All these things, you're broken up, but they live with you.
Yes. It's actually, wait, it's happening to somebody, one of our friends, but it's different. But there is a situation where,
well, listen, I mean, housing is expensive. Inflation sucks. I mean, I get it for a little bit. When I broke up with my fiance, I had to be in the guest bedroom for 2 weeks until we were like, okay, this is not healthy. And then I was a nomad and I, bounced around friends' houses for 2 months.
So one other thing, because Haley said a couple of things that she wants for her husband.
Yes.
Okay. Fitness. She wants him to be smart, funny, all the things.
Educated, yeah.
We have an email, info@karaokewine.com. Most of our viewers are men. We see you.
Shocking,
We
actually.
see you. If anyone is interested in potentially dating Haley, reach out. We'll hook it up. Okay, but I'm going to be the vetting process. So
Yeah.
good luck.
Yeah, good luck with that, guys. All right. So do you want to tee up the third interview that you did?
Third interview. Oh, yes, because I actually want to say something about this. So, because we'd like to have diversity on our calls, and we wanted to talk to a couple. So originally I walked up to a couple who looked like they were having a great time together and was like, hey,
The energy reader here was just like, not it.
I could tell, but I was like, maybe this will get them like a little bit excited. Guy was totally in for it. Girl was not. She was like, hard no, hard no, hard no. And I was like, listen, no worries. We just wanted to see if you'd be willing to do it. And he was like, babe, let's just do it. It'll be fun. And she looks at me and then looks at him and goes,
Like evil eyes.
evil eyes. I have not talked to you in 2 weeks. This is a trial.
Ooh.
And he was like,
Oh. Yeah, we were like,
she's like, he's not my boyfriend. Oh, so you're not together? And she's like, no. This guy's face was like, bye. He's like, no.
we were outside and she sucked the oxygen out of like a 5-mile radius.
I'm not kidding. Look, I think that the tree behind me died because it suffocated.
I was like, abort. But then there was another couple we were walking and I could feel their good energy. And I was like, Tessa, right behind us.
Paola and Brian.
Yeah, they're so cute.
With a Y, because I asked.
Yes.
Okay, check them out. We love them.
So here we are with Paola and Brian. Okay, and you guys have been dating for how long? 5 months. Okay.
Yes, needs.
Being married? Lena love And how did you guys meet?
Online.
Online with Bob. Okay, so who reached out to who first?
Me.
And
Yeah.
what was your opening line?
I always went with you have a nice smile.
Okay. I love it. Awesome. And are you guys local to Miami as well?
Yep.
Pretty much. Okay, perfect. And so 5 months, we met on Bumble. How's it going? It's great.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I love it. I'm sorry, what did you say? Wow. Okay, so final question. You do not have to answer if you do not want to, but how old are both of you? 38? Okay, perfect. 36?
39.
So thank you guys so
Yes, thank you.
wonderful day. Are we were living together? Do we see like
Oh, absolutely. Oh, yeah. I already have that in my head. Heels a deal. Not yet.
Okay, wait. Was it 1 month, 2 month, 3 month? When did you know?
I had a horrible last relationship, so I said to myself, I should know within the first 2 months if you're going to spend the rest of your life with someone. And I knew that. You have to know. You don't want to waste anyone's time.
Oh my God.
Exactly. Yeah. Otherwise, I'd be wasting someone's time, so I have to know. And I know.
I love that. You did say you had a bad relationship. What was the most toxic thing that she did to the last relationship?
Oh, she squatted in my house and wouldn't leave.
Oh.
Oh, wow. How did anything bad happen to you, or you just?
Marriage, like. Yeah.
I'm so happy for both of you. Maybe we'll be invited, and we can film.
Gracias.
Yes. Have a wonderful day.
I love them. I get goosebumps every time I watch that interview. Every time. I don't know the song.
Me either.
I want to kick this one off because you kicked the last two off, technically. First of all, you guys weren't there. You can probably feel the energy and the synchronicity in the video because I definitely can't.
Yeah.
They were the warmest humans, so on the same page. Also, they didn't know this, but they actually stopped at the same bar that we did. And I saw she was like eating her cheeseburger and he was sitting there just like supporting her in her moment. Like behind, like in a secluded little area.
They were
like,
so cute.
oh my gosh, in 2 months. He's like, I know right away. And you know what, though? I think coming out of something so bad, when you meet somebody so great and you're so aligned, especially at our age, because they are our age.
Yeah.
It just makes sense to just start your lives together. We're not talking about being 21 and being like, oh my God, do they want the same things? Like, we're talking about full-blown adults who have made something of their life that are ready to start making memories in their novel instead of short stories.
Yeah, like they're two gems of a human that went through separate traumas from their past relationships. And I think once you get out of a toxic relationship and you heal from that, you are a different person. I know I was, but I had to do a lot of the work. And I don't know what kind of work they did. We didn't really discuss it, but it looked like they were both in the same mindset of, I want a healthy relationship. I know what I want. They clearly have had those conversations. And the way they were holding hands the whole time, when I was seeing them walk, and they were like a good 20 feet, 50 feet, I don't know.
The love bubble.
Oh, total love bubble. Yeah. And I was like, we have to talk to them.
And they were just so sure in their answers. Like, I was like, oh, you guys have been living together. So we talking when I was like, oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah. I've never met a guy like that.
Like,
he is a gem of a human. So like, Paula, good job. And Brian,
can we duplicate you for all of these single
both of them?
Well, we gotta
populate Miami with a bunch of Paulas and Brians.
I think everyone would be a lot happier. I love their energy. I love their responses. I also love how they looked at each other when they were answering the question.
Yeah.
So I recommend rewinding and going back, because every question I asked was like, they looked at each other.
Yeah.
They're like, Paula.
Their body language. Yeah.
Like, oh, girl, the best. I was like, teach me your ways.
Yeah, it actually, after we stopped filming, I did tell them, like, you literally give me hope.
I mean, look, I have dated my fair share of moments in my life. And to your point, going through something toxic and getting through to the other end, I'm still recovering. I don't want to say recovering, because I think that's the wrong word to use. I'm still looking back, not past projecting, but looking at how I can be different and show up different in my next relationships, because it takes two to tango, right? And I think one of the biggest things that I've landed on recently is, and I didn't realize this about myself, is I was seeking validation in these people that I was dating or talking to. So when they did start to love bomb me, I was like, oh my God, same. I'm there too. The thing is I believe them over me. I'm not doing that shit no more. So welcome to the roster who wants to step up to the plate, because
this is going to be fun.
It's going to be so good.
I can't wait to watch.
I know.
With the popcorn.
Wait. It's going to be interesting. Buckle up.
I will say, with the whole like toxic, going out of toxic into a healthy, you immediately, and I'm speaking only from my experience, just from the short-lived dating with the guy that I am dating now.
We're not talking about it, though.
We're not talking about it, but I will talk about this in particular. When you know it's healthy, it's like swimming in a pool of like Skittles and glitter and rainbows. It just hits you in the face and you're like, oh my God, I've never done. In True Blood, when the vampires fall in love, like they are obsessed with the fairy blood because it's like a drug.
Good.
That's what a healthy relationship feels like. It's like, oh my God, I just want to like eat it up all day.
And it's easy, and there's no second guessing, and it's just like, hey, this is calming.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, it's exciting, but not in the like, oh my God.
No,
It's just like,
it's peace. Which we talked about last episode about me relinquishing my peace. I don't think I have to relinquish it because it's just adding on to it.
it definitely is. And it's interesting that you feel that like breath, right? Like the exhale, and that you can just settle.
Yeah.
Because I feel that way about somebody as well. Me.
Charlie?
Me. I honestly just look at myself all the time like, damn girl.
You should.
I know.
I did the same
do feel
thing.
that way about you though.
Okay,
But
thank you.
there is competition. Viking. Watch it.
I love you.
Come for you, motherfucker.
All right, well, that escalated.
That escalated. Me escalating things? Now you're... All right, so to wrap everything.
Well, I want to say something first.
Oh. Look at me.
No, it's fine. It's fine.
Say something first.
Next year, we're going to do LIV Golf Miami every year, guys, because it is so much fun. And maybe next year we'll be like
It's work.
interviewing the players.
I'm working on it.
Are they called players?
Yeah.
Okay.
What else would they be called?
I don't know. I don't know.
First?
Yeah.
You won't get to the Academy first.
Maybe we'll learn about golf before we do that.
All in one. No. Well, and there's a birdie too.
And an eagle.
There's
And a par. Yeah.
Okay, so is it golf or birds? Like, what are we, bird walkers? Wait, what? Oh.
We're going to have to learn the whole like golf lingo when we go back next year. Because next year is the third year that we're going to be
The
going.
third year will be going,
Yeah.
which I think will be really great. We do actually, and I'm not going to say too much right now, but we do have
Some things in the pipeline.
we have some toes dipped in some waters where we could tee off from. I feel like that's a golf term.
Yes.
Anyway.
Now you can do your thing.
Okay. So per usual, in order
To do all the things.
we have to
Carpe diem, bitches. Cheers.
cheers.
Thank you for watching this episode of Karaoke Wine. Please like and subscribe.